Thank you very much for the opportunity to take part in the Source for Tomorrow program. Source for Tomorrow is powered by CommonShare. Thank you. I'm Peter Templeton, President and CEO of the Cradle to Cradle Products Innovation Institute, and I'm delighted to be here today with my colleague, Christina Robb, Vice President of Strategy and Development, to share with you recent work with manufacturers around the world through the Cradle to Cradle Products Innovation Institute. Our work is driven by the fundamental understanding that to overcome the challenges we face globally and in our individual communities, we must acknowledge that less bad is not enough and set our sights on the opportunity and the necessity to do more good. Nearly 20 years ago, in their book, Cradle to Cradle, Remaking the Way We Make Things, architect William McDonough and chemist Michael Bromgart demonstrated that integrating the principles of design and natural science provides enduring benefits for society from safe materials, clean water and energy, and circular economies, and eliminates the enormous burden and inefficiencies of waste in our current models of production and consumption. The book puts forward a design framework characterized by three principles derived from nature. First, everything is a resource for something else. In nature, the waste of one system becomes food for another. Everything can be designed to be disassembled and safely returned to the soil as biological nutrients or reutilized as high-quality materials for new products as technical nutrients without contamination. Second, use clean and renewable energy. Living things thrive on the energy of current solar income. Similarly, human development and production can utilize clean and renewable energy in many forms, such as solar, wind, geothermal, and other new and existing renewable technologies, thereby capitalizing on these abundant resources while supporting human and environmental health. Finally, celebrate diversity. Around the world, nature yields an astonishing diversity of life, all adapted to local geology, hydrology, climate, and nutrient availability. Designs that respond to the challenges and opportunities offered by each place fit elegantly and effectively into their own niches, creating systems that serve needs in perpetuity. Rather than seeking to minimize harm we inflict, Cradle to Cradle reframes design as a positive, regenerative force, one that creates footprints to delight in, not lament. This paradigm shift reveals opportunities to improve quality, increase value, spur innovation. It inspires us to constantly seek improvement in our designs and to celebrate and share our discoveries with one another. To achieve this vision requires a paradigm shift, a cradle-to-cradle thinking, namely that everything is a resource for something else in a biological or technical cycle. Consumables like cleaning agents or biodegradable packaging circulate in a biological cycle to which they can safely be reintroduced after use. They turn into compost or other materials which are in turn used to make new products. Consumer goods such as electronic items or flooring circulate in a technical cycle. These products are already optimized during the design and manufacturing process as material resources for their next service life as new products. Components can be sorted according to their constituent materials after use and then reintroduced into a technical cycle. But according to the latest circularity gap report released last month, the global economy is still only 8.6% circular. Only a tiny fraction of the 100 billion tons of materials consumed annually, or the more than 32 billion tons of waste collected each year, are cycled for future use. The World Resources Institute projects that the amount of materials consumed could double by 2050. This challenge will only grow. And according to the OECD, the flow of materials from extraction to disposal is responsible for nearly 50% of global GHG emissions. The circular economy has the potential to significantly reduce the need for virgin material extraction and to reduce related GHG emissions nearly 40%. According to the Carbon Disclosure Project, supply chain GHG emissions are 4 times those produced through direct operations on average. Yet only 1/4 of corporations are engaging in their supply chains in emissions tracking and reporting targets. It will take standardized tools and metrics to enable transparency, collaboration, and open communications across the value chain with all of our stakeholders in order to address these challenges. This includes meeting the needs and expectations of consumers who are increasingly focused on making values-based purchasing decisions. For both manufacturers and purchasers, sustainability is only one priority in a much longer list of objectives that include not only cost, performance, and style, but we're seeing a higher value associated with factors that affect our personal well-being and the well-being of our communities. Local and global impacts on public health, on environmental quality, and on worker well-being are being tracked by individual consumers as well as by institutional buyers and current and prospective shareholders. With resource costs increasing and nearly every product and company under scrutiny by consumers, investors, and policymakers, revolutionary change is needed. But to move to a circular economy is not driven solely by risk. There is a substantial reward. Accenture estimates that the transition to a circular economy could increase economic output by $4.5 trillion due to reduced waste, increased innovation, and new job opportunities. Like the digital revolution before it, the sustainability revolution promises to change everything. Yet, just as with the digital revolution, many companies are moving too slowly, taking an incremental approach to a challenge that demands a radical rethink. Our work at the Cradle to Cradle Products Innovation Institute help guide manufacturers through the process of rethinking, of redesigning, of remaking their products, optimizing them for human and environmental health, retaining the value of materials through active cycling, maximizing use of renewable energy, and ensuring fair and safe labor practices. We envision a world where safe materials and products are designed and manufactured in a prosperous circular economy to maximize health and well-being for people and planet. For us, this means not only keeping the pace, but setting the pace for product innovation and optimization. To realize this vision, we have established a science-based standard for safe, circular, and responsibly made products. The leading multi-attribute, multi-industry science-based standard for verifying products for the circular economy that represents the cradle principles and practice, a comprehensive and rigorous approach that is achievable, a measurable optimization pathway to inspire innovation and development of safe and circular products, and a global framework for demonstrating leadership and driving systems change. We work with product designers, manufacturers, their suppliers, and their customers to help create and encourage the use of products that are safe for humans and the environment, designed for cycles of use and reuse, and made responsibly, with low or no carbon emissions or impacts on water and soil resources, and with fair and safe labor practices. Products that are safe, circular, responsible, regenerative, and fair. With that, I will turn this over to my colleague, Christina Robb.
Thank you, Peter. And let us dive deeper into the Cradle to Cradle Certified Product Standard and its application in practice. The standard comprises of 5 categories that are interlinked and offer a holistic framework for designing and making products for tomorrow that take safety, circularity, and responsibility into account. The 5 categories consist of material health, product circularity, clean air and climate protection, water and soil stewardship, and social fairness. What are the objectives and approaches for these 5 categories? The aim of the material health category is to ensure that chemicals and materials used in the product are selected to optimize the protection of human health and the environment, generating a positive impact on the quality of materials available for the future use and cycling. This goal is achieved by a 4-step approach, namely to understand which ingredients are in the product, followed by a screening against a restricted substance list to understand what is not in the product, followed by comprehensive hazard and risk assessment to understand the ingredients' compatibility with human health and the environment. And in the last step, the chemistry is optimized, either redesigned, reformulated, or innovated for safer alternatives. The aim of the second category, product circularity, is to ensure that products are intentionally designed for their next use and are actively cycled in their intended cycling pathways. We look at 3 pillars in this category. Circular sourcing is all about incorporating materials from recycled streams or responsibly sourced renewable content. Circular design is about designing products for their next use in mind, with materials that are compatible with their intended cycling pathways and have high cycling capacity and value. And the third pillar, circular systems, is all about making information available to product users to facilitate cycling and to develop and support the systems that will ensure cycling of the product after use. In the third category, clean air and climate protection, it is all about ensuring that product manufacturing results in a positive impact on air quality, the renewable energy supply, and the balance of climate changing greenhouse gases. And it all starts with quantifying and disclosing energy use and greenhouse gas emissions, and then taking action to employ efficiency measures to reduce energy use and emissions and increase the usage of clean, renewable electricity. The water and soil stewardship category aims at protecting watersheds and soil ecosystems and at ensuring that clean water and healthy soils are available to people and all other organisms. Similarly to the clean air and climate protection category, it starts with quantifying, qualifying, and disclosing water use and effluents and sludge quality, followed by taking action on water and soil conversations, providing clean drinking water, and implementing best practices and technologies to improve the quality of effluent and sludge from the production. And the fifth standard category is social fairness. This category ensures that fundamental human rights are upheld in company operations and in this value chain of the certified product. And it is all about taking actions that go beyond compliance and contribute to a fair and equitable society. Cradle-to-Cradle certification is awarded at 4 different achievement levels: bronze, silver, gold, or platinum, with platinum being the best and the highest achievement level. And the minimum achievement level of a product in any of the 5 categories determines its final certification level. By this approach, and also by renewing certifications every 2 years, we at the Institute encourage and award measurable improvements and product innovation over time. Let us now take a look how companies in the Cradle-to-Cradle community are applying the standard framework and demonstrating more good. We would like to introduce 5 recent examples from consumer-facing industries. Let's start with Napapiri, an Italian premium casual wear brand owned by VF Corporation. Napapiri has pioneered circular design and systems with Cradle Certified by producing a circular series of jackets. And these jackets are made from fully recyclable monomaterial, and the materials and manufacturing processes have been optimized throughout the value chain to prepare it also for an expansion from jacket into additional product categories. Napapiri also offers a take-back system to their customers, and the used jackets can be recycled into fabric that is used for new jackets. The second example is Gocho, that is a manufacturer of hand hygiene and skincare products with the very well-known brand Purell. And Gocho has achieved sustainable product innovation with Cradle-to-Cradle Certified by using it as an in-house roadmap and analysis framework for all critical sustainability aspects. The ingredients in a range of hand soaps and sanitizers have been optimized to be fully compatible with human and ecological health and to be biodegradable. Another example in the cosmetics and personal care sector is L'Oréal USA and its hair care brand Redken. Cradle-to-Cradle Certified has helped the company to enhance its sustainability operations in alignment with L'Oréal's 2030 sustainability commitments. And by utilizing the cradle-to-cradle framework at a major manufacturing facility, certifications could be scaled across multiple brands produced at the facility, including Redken, but also Carol's Daughter and Garnier, with more brands on the way. Let's come back to the fashion space and look at G-Star. G-Star has guided its process optimizations with Cradle-to-Cradle Certified for a range of denim styles. The Cradle-to-Cradle design principles are at the center of the production collaborations that G-Star has formed, and the product and process chemicals have been optimized for human and environmental safety. In addition, closed-loop water systems have been set up, with all water used in production of the garments being recycled. And the garments have furthermore been designed to be fully recovered and upcycled for the next use. And the last example we are presenting here is Henry Rose, the fragrance brand by Michelle Pfeiffer. It is the first fine fragrance to achieve Cradle-to-Cradle certification. And to achieve this, a partnership with the fragrance house IFF has been formed to optimize all ingredients to the highest material health achievement level in the fragrances. And the fragrance is widely regarded as a leading example of clean beauty and offers full ingredient transparency and disclosure. We hope that these examples have been inspiring to you and demonstrated that shifting the paradigm reveals opportunities to improve quality, to form long-lasting collaborations across the value chains, to increase value, to spur innovation, and foremost, to help companies to be ready for tomorrow. Thank you for your attention.